With the recent reveal that Soldier76 aka Jack Morrison, the poster boy for Overwatch, identifies as a gay man, the still smouldering ashes from the fallout of Tracer's lesbian reveal 2 years ago has once again reignited, sparking debate on whether or not it's relevant for a character's sexuality to be known if it isn't necessary for the plot. There's also the discussion on whether or not this was done in earnest by Blizzard, or whether or not it was a smokescreen to cover up dwindling player interest and plummeting stocks. In order to settle things once and for all, I reached out on Twitter to Michael Chu and had a 100% genuine, very real exchange that definitely happened. I told him that the only way to make sure that backlash like this was avoided in the future was to just rip the band-aid off now, instead of drip feeding information as they've been doing. So he sent me a list. This is 100% canonical, official, Michael Chu approved list of all the Overwatch heroes, their sexual preference, and their gender identities. Before we get into it, please remember that this is a list given to me officially by Michael Chu. 100% this is definitely real, something he absolutely sent me, and not something I made up for a joke. I am absolutely unbiased in this regard completely, and have no agenda to push whatsoever. But if you'll excuse me before we get into the actual list, it's very hot in this room, so I'm just going to take off this first layer of clothing that I've got. Don't worry, it's nothing too scandalous, just... Alright, okay, so, where's this list? Right, let's get into it. Anna. Anna is a heterosexual, cisgender woman. She has never so much as kissed another woman, but don't let that fool you. If she needed to, she absolutely would destroy that puss. ASHE. ASHE is bisexual. She's also gender fluid. All it takes to transform is to drop a little E. Also, for the record, Bob is not gay, straight, anything like that, doesn't even have a gender identity. Bob is just a heavily modded, very advanced sex toy. Battery-operated boyfriend? Come on, y'all. Bastion. Bastion is a robot. She's still trans, though. Brigitte, cisgender lesbian. Diva, pansexual, currently identifies as cisgender, but she is not 100% certain and she is comfortable with exploring some things. Doomfist, just gay. Just the most gay, gayer than Tracer, gayer than Soldier76, just the gayest, and no, it has nothing to do with his fist, you cretins. Transman. GENJI, bisexual, but definitely leans a little bit further to the men's side. Agender. HANZO. Now this is a funny one because this one depends entirely on the in-game skin that you use. If you use all but one of his skins, then I'm afraid that HANZO is a heterosexual man. Apologies, McHanzo shippers. But if you use the casual skin, then he is just a colossally catastrophic gay. However, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what skin you use, he's still a furry. Cisgender. Junkrat. As many have suspected, Junkrat is indeed a trans man, but in a surprising twist, he is asexual. His only love and lust is for destruction. Okay, so LÚCIO is a pansexual trans man. I don't know why Michael Chu wanted me to include this little bit of information, but he really wants you all to know that LÚCIO is, like, really into feet. McCree. McCree is as bisexual as you can possibly get. Cisgender. May. May is a lesbian. Also gender fluid. That's what's in a gun. It's gender fluid. Mercy. Mercy is a cisgender lesbian. She tried dick exactly once, a few years ago with McCree, and she did not like it. Not even a little bit. So now she's a lesbian. And also my mam. Moira. Moira is agender and she just loves women. She's also my other mam. That's right. Moisey confirmed. Orisa. Orisa is a robot. She is a lesbian though. PHARAH. PHARAH is a lesbian and cisgender. She has never so much as kissed a man, but don't let that fool you. Despite this, if she needed to, she could absolutely destroy that peen. Reaper. Gabriel Reyes was a bisexual cisgender man. However, as the Reaper, his sexuality is death and his gender is ghost. REINHARDT. REINHARDT is a funny one because he's biromantic, but at the end of the day, ultimately a homosexual. Yes, he can love a fanny haver, but there's nothing that gets his rocks off quite like a juicy bitter bratwurst. ROADHOG. ROADHOG is cisgender and heterosexual. In fact, he and Anna like to get it on when no one's looking. She pegs him. Don't be mad at me, that's what it says. Soldier76. I love my gay dad, even if he is cisgender. Sombra. Asexual and gender fluid. Symmetra. Now, many suspect that Symmetra is asexual, but Symmetra actually is a lesbian and cisgender. It does say here, though, that her sentry turrets are all gay, and weirdly enough, her teleporter is very specifically cisgender. Torbjorn. Torbjorn just fucks. He just fucks. Before there was gender, before there was sexuality, before there was God, space, time, there was just Torbjorn. Pants not even halfway down his grubby little legs, balls deep in the very concept of existence. We are all his babies. The universe is just his potent, molten nut. Torbjorn just fucks. He is trans though. Look at that little baby face. That's the face of someone who only very recently got into testosterone supplements. Aww. Tracer. Sexuality, lesbian. Gender, fast. Widowmaker. Now, as a staunch Widow Tracer shipper, it does pain me to say this, but I'm afraid that both Amelie Lecras and Widowmaker both identify as heterosexual. Still trans, though. Winston and Wrecking Ball. Michael Chu, sir, please, I can't read this to them. I can't. The world isn't ready to know about this. Please don't make me read. Please don't make me tell. Okay, put down the gun. Put down the gun. Michael Chu, sir, please put down the gun. I'll read it. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. Just calm down. Just calm down. I'll tell them. They fucking Zarya. Despite appearances and stereotypes and prejudices and predictions, Zarya is not a lesbian, she is in fact bisexual. And actually, to top it off in a weird twist, heteroromantic. So she's got this little Twinkie boyfriend that she absolutely adores. He's this little scientific bisexual nerd and they're very much in love and it's very, very cute. She is trans though. And finally, ZENYATTA. Oh, I'm sorry, did you think we were actually going to get some ZENYATTA lore? Have you learned nothing by now? This is Michael Chu we're talking about here. This is Overwatch. We don't get ZENYATTA lore. We don't get any ZENYATTA lore. We are not allowed to know anything about ZENYATTA. When Michael Chu sent this list, I asked, where's ZENYATTA? He flew over the Atlantic to laugh directly into my face. We don't get to know anything about ZENYATTA. Ever. But saying that, he's also gay and trans and also my dad, and that's confirmed. So there you go. All of the Overwatch heroes, sexual preferences, and gender identities. Remember, none of this is up for debate. This is all 100% canon, confirmed, Blizzard approved. I've not made this up for any kind of jokes whatsoever. This is all official and not up for debate. And now that I've taken this responsibility off Michael Chu's shoulders and he's gotten that all out in the open, he can now really hunker down and really focus on the story of Overwatch. Really tell us more about what's happening in that world. Right, Michael? Please, just push the story forward just a little. Please. Ah, who am I kidding? I'll see you guys in 2021 when we find out what Anna's favourite tea is and we find out what HANZO named his exposed titty. Until then, just remember, all of this video is canon and I certainly don't have any kind of agenda that I'm trying to push. Until next time, I've been Winters and I can't wait to read the comments. Ta-ta!